Riot Games is hitting on some untapped potential here with this potential Valorant MMO-FPS extraction shooter. Leaks and altered job listings point to Project T, a potential Valorant MMO-FPS extraction shooter. Reported on findings, this was reported by the Game Post, which is a community leaks website kind of thing, right here. This is like the original post that discovered the leak, but it did change over time. So like what was reported is not accurate at this time, and I'll get into that. So Riot's next big shooter. Speculation is running wild in the Riot Games community following a flurry of activity on October 15th. A combination of alleged leak regarding an unannounced title, Project T, and revealing job listing that was rapidly edited by Riot Games strongly suggests that a new first-person shooter set within the Valorant universe is in development. The evidence points to a potential MMO FPS, likely Riot's take on the increasingly popular extraction shooter genre. The Project T image leak, this is it. So the rumors began with a post on X, formerly Twitter. User SargoOP shared the image and information attributes to known leaker player IGN, and the post described Project T as Riot's upcoming MMO FPS game. Crucially, the leak claimed that the game features seasons and personal quota progression, while the post appropriately advised caution, grain of salt, and the description immediately caught the attention of community. This was just like literally speculation. This is like the tweet. It says, grain of salt, seemingly Project T writes, I'm becoming MMO FPS, has seasons, personal quota progression. I mean, that just seems like complete guessing with that, but this is the image, which is the important part. The leaked image itself, while somewhat blurry, appears to show a stylized interface, perhaps a menu or presentation slide related to the project. The concept of personal quota progression strongly hints at a base build or hideout mechanic, a staple feature in extraction shooters like Escape from Tarkov, where players upgrade their safe zone between raids. And then you can see the image here, as well as the zones. And this says player IGN, that's his image, and this is the leak from him. The smoking gun is a revealing job listing. So this is really what makes this have any validity whatsoever. Is this Runeterra? They're focusing on the MMO right now. Yeah. So there is the Riot MMO project in the works. This is another project that apparently they're working on, which is an MMO FPS. Riot's got a couple projects right now. They've got like a top-down third-person game that's being developed in China. They've got the Riot MMO being developed in LA, and they've also got a Valorant MMO being developed in LA. And then after this article, we are going to go through the top 10 potential Ionian raid bosses in the Riot MMO. I just wanted to cover this really quick. It's not long. Like Escape from it'll be like an extraction shooter, like Escape from Tarkov. Is what it's implying. So the smoking gun is the revealing job listing, which makes this hold any validity, which is this image. Concurrent with the leak, the Game Post reported a significant discovery on Riot's official careers page. They spotted a listing for an associate art director, 3D character art for an unpublished R&D project. According to the Game Post Abdul Jawad, the original listing contained explicit requirements that left little doubt about the game's nature. The report highlighted the following section: experience creating characters for the FPS genre, experience working on a highly recognizable stylized game, experience in working with modern game engines such as Unity, Unreal, or proprietary technologies, familiarity with the Valorant IP. The combination of the FPS genre and familiarity with the Valorant IP for an unannounced project is the strongest evidence that Riot is expanding the Valorant universe beyond the core 5v5 tactical shooter. But there were some swift edits on Riot's side, which is a telling move. Honestly, I feel like that tells even more that they edited it so quickly. So in a telling move, Riot Games quickly edited the job listing shortly after the Game Post published their findings, and the Game Post updated their article at 3:48 p.m. Pacific time on October 15th, noting the job listing appears to have been updated after our story was published. Riot has now removed the reference to the Valorant IP and the FPS genre. Now, at that point, I was like, I mean, that's really interesting that you posted this article and then all of a sudden they edited it the same day. So I checked the live job page, which confirms that their specific reference has been removed, replacing with a more generic language. And you can go here. I actually linked to the job posting. However, the internet's memory is long. I knew that like if it had been listed on there for a moment, it would probably show up some way, somehow. So the internet's memory is long. Google search results cached the original wording, proving that the listing did in fact contain those explicit references before the edit. This swift attempt to scrub the listing suggests Riot may have inadvertently revealed too much. So I literally took the experience, this whole quote, and threw it into Google to see if the Riot listing would come up, and it did. And it still says FPS genre, which is no longer in the listing. If you go to the actual listing right now and you type FPS, it's not going to come up. It's not here anymore. Even FPS genre is removed. So if FPS genre was removed, then we can assume the Valorant IP was actually there and that there's some more validity to the game post saying that the post was edited after their announcement saying that it contained that reference. So it's real. They're telling the truth. So analysis of Valorant extraction shooter, when combining the evidence from the Project T leak and the original job listing, a compelling picture emerges. We have strong indicators of a new FPS title, connection to the Valorant IP from the job listing, MMO elements, seasons, and personal progression from the Project T leak. These features align almost perfectly with the extraction shooter genre. Riot entering this space with the highly polished, stylized aesthetics of Valorant would be a major development. It's also important to note that as clarified by the game post, the project is separate from Valorant Mobile, which launched in China in August 2025. Project T appears to be an entirely new endeavor, potentially aiming to capture the high-stakes, persistent gameplay loop that has made the extraction genre so popular. So I would personally like to see it more like WildStar. I really think WildStar was a miss. MMO, is it like the original trailer? Is that still on? Yeah, look, WildStar official trailer. Guys, I really feel like this was a miss. I think that if this game came out today, it would have done well. Let's go to WildStar Online. Their videos, most popular, free-to-play cinematic. Yeah, here, 10 years ago. This is the most popular cinematic. I think this game could have been better. I think it could have done better. Like today, this game would have actually hit, I think. I just like somehow, some way got hit at the wrong time and never took off. Does this have any gameplay? Well, it's a cool cinematic, but that's like, you know, very here, WildStar MMO gameplay trailer. WildStar official trailer MMORPG gameplay. There you go.
Legend tells of the mysterious planet Nexus, once inhabited by the hyper-advanced Elden, who disappeared from the galaxy.
It only has 720.
Where is this lost world? What killer robots and savage natives using skill, movement, and some old-fashioned backbone to smash your enemies to smithereens. Whether your arsenal is big guns and bullets or supercharged magical spells, you'll be cracking skulls and making corpses in no time. Well, stakes not high enough for... Maybe it's time to take a breather? Guess again. Dive headfirst into an episodic world story to reveal the ultimate secrets of Nexus, doing your best to avoid getting demolished, dissected, or vaporized.
Yeah, I really think this game could have hit. I don't know how it didn't. It's just like wrong time, wrong place, wrong vibe. But it deserved a little bit more love. I really believe that. So Valorant looks like Project T is very much alive. If you're a fan of Valorant and MMO-FPS, extraction shooter could be on the way. It looks like that is what it's in development at Riot Games. I couldn't speculate on the release date. I feel like I'm not covering enough of the space of Project T because I'm more interested in Runeterra, right? That's where I live and that's what I like the most. But I mean, judging by like this is an art director role and similar to the Riot MMO, which has also we've been sitting hiring art director roles, I would think that the project is probably in line with the Riot MMO and may come out around like 2029, 2030, that kind of time.